Hello, my name is Abram Plumer. I'm a freshman at Litchfield Christian School, and today I'll be talking about my experience with Built with Science. So first, I'm going to talk about the obesity crisis. In the United States, 40% of adults are classified as obese, and that's about 2 out of 5 adults. Obesity is linked to serious health issues, including cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, and cancer. Over 700,000 deaths were attributed to cardiovascular diseases in 2022. Type 2 diabetes is the 7th leading cause of death in the United States. About 39.3% men and women, will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime, like Abigail talked about Friday. So the solution: Built with Science. Built with Science is a science-based exercise and nutrition company that aims to become the world's leading resource for objective science-based information and research to help you look and feel better. So, Built with Science was founded by Jeremy Ethier in 2018, and he wanted to make it to focus on science-based information and backed by research. So now I'm going to talk about my nutrition. Now, I had to focus on calories a lot. This was something I struggled with before, and I had to ask myself, what is a calorie? I really didn't know what it was. So a calorie refers to the total number of calories or energy you get from all sources: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and alcohols, and a serving of food or beverage. Why are they important? Calories are important to provide energy to the body so you can function properly and do everyday things, like playing at recess. You guys can't play at recess if you don't have food. You guys are going to be tired. Are there good and bad calories? This is a question that's asked. Yes. Short answer is yes. Calories are best consumed when they're from lean proteins, poultry, and fruits and vegetables. So now, for my project, I had to go into a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit is consuming less calories than your body is burning. How many calories should you drop in a calorie deficit? So I didn't include this in here, but it's recommended in your first week you only drop about 200 to 300 calories less than you're normally supposed to eat, which is maintenance. Maintenance just means the calories you're normally supposed to eat. And I started off with just going 500 calories less than your maintenance. Burns around, and doing so will burn around a pound of fat a week. Why should you do a calorie deficit? A calorie deficit is a sustainable diet that can help maintain weight loss long term. So there's diets out there like keto that drop out one source of food, carbs, and that's not good for long-term health because you can't avoid carbs for your whole life. But once you get off of keto, you gain all the weight right back. It's not sustainable. So that's why a calorie deficit is the most sustainable weight loss plan. How I tracked my calories. So some of you guys might have seen me with our home phone, and I would either scan food or a label or log it into the phone. I use an app called MyFitnessPal to count my calories. MyFitnessPal is a calorie tracking app that also counts your macros. Macros are the essential nutrients that your body needs in large quantities to function properly. So like I said before, to log my food, I scanned the barcode. Let's say I had a protein shake, I would get the protein shake, scan the barcode, and boom. It's like 160 calories, 30 grams of protein, and that's how I did it. Now, for a real-life example, my maintenance calories, the calories that I have to eat to stay at my weight, is 3,000 to 3,700 calories a day, or 3,700, with moderate activity and exercise, working out 3 to 5 times a week, and getting about 170 grams of protein in. With my calorie deficit diet, I eat 2,400 calories, but I can go 2,400 to 2,800. I have to be in that range a day. With moderate activity and exercise, again, working out 3 to 5 times a week, with 150 to 170 grams of protein. So the reason why the protein dropped was because it's a lot harder to get protein in when you drop your calories, because you have to get it from leaner sources. So that's why I had to go with around 150. My goals. So my goals for the next 9 weeks are to burn stubborn body fat. So I started this project January 20 something, I don't remember, but I didn't get a body scan until February 14th. And when I got my body scan, I was 33.8% body fat and 230 pounds. And my other goal was to grow muscle and strength. So I wanted to define the size of my chest more and my biceps. So my chest started out at 45.1 inches and my biceps were around 15.5 inches. The reason why it's different for my biceps is because sometimes your right bicep is bigger than your left bicep. So you just have to average those out. And I also wanted to lower my waist size, which was 36.2 inches. And like I said before, gain strength for an athletic physique. Physique is how your body looks, how well it will function. So to burn body fat and weight and to grow muscle, I had to exercise. So I started off my week on upper body day 1. So this is typically Mondays for me, and it hits my chest, biceps, and back. I can't point to it very well, but your back. And so my average number of reps per workout is 180 reps, and my average total sets is 25. So I typically do 3 sets for one workout. So let's say I'm doing a bench press, which is just here and here with weight. I have 3 sets, and each of those sets has about six sets or reps. A rep is when you go up, down. So I did that 6 times, and that's 1 set. And I had to do that 3 times to equal 3 sets. And my average volume was 14,000 pounds. So that's the amount of weight I lifted total. So I did like 8 exercises, and with those 8 exercises, it comes around to about 14,000 pounds. Then I had lower body 1, which is legs, calves, again, back, and abs. My average number of reps was 153, and my average total sets was 26, and my average volume was 28,000 pounds. So you're probably thinking, Abram, that doubled from the last workout. This is a different body group, though. Your legs are the strongest muscles in your body, so they can push and pull more weight. So that's why the weight goes up for different parts of your body. Then I had my push day. And in between lower body 1 and push, I have a rest day, which is typically Wednesday. So I hit my push day on Thursdays. My average number of reps was around 120, and my average total sets was 20, with an average volume of 9,000 pounds. Next, I move on to pull. Now, for pull, that hits your back, biceps, and chest. Almost, well, I think that's actually identical to my upper body 1. It just hits different muscle groups. My average number of reps for this one was 179, so a lot more reps. And then my average total sets was 24. My rep range is 6 reps to 12 reps. It just depends, but that's good for hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is just building muscle through resistance training. And then my average volume for this was 15,000 pounds. Then I hit lower body 2, which was legs, lower back, and abs. And my average number of reps for this was 153. My average total sets was 28. My average volume was 30,000 pounds. So 2,000 pounds more than my other leg workout during the week. So now I wanted to test my strength. I wanted to see how much weight I could do in the 3 compound lifts. So this was according to February 17th, 2025, about a month ago, a little more than that now. My bench press was 230 pounds. My squat was 365 pounds. And my deadlift was 405 pounds. That's a total weight, if you add all those up, to be 1,000 pounds. And then I also did a 1-rep max just a couple days ago, and my bench press was 245 pounds, a gain of 15 pounds in a month. And then my squat was 375 pounds, a gain of 10 pounds from a month. And then my deadlift was 410 pounds with a gain of 5 pounds, which might not be that much, but it's a good amount of weight. So that was my 1-rep max. So I did get stronger. And I wanted to show you guys. So the squat uses Newton's third law of motion. Do you guys know what that is? I guess it's on the board. What is it?
For every action, there's equal and opposite reaction.
Good. So when the weight, you lift the weight off the rack, and the weight is pushing down at you. So it's heavy. The weight pushes down at you. And then the ground pushes back at you. So that way your body goes down, but you have the force from the ground being able to push back up. So I thought that would be pretty cool to show you guys since we were learning about that in row. Then on to my weekly calorie goal. So for 7 days a week is 1 week, and I had 17,000 calories for a week. So that's about 2,400 calories a day. And so for the past 5 weeks, I tried to stay below, as best as I could, 17,000 calories. Now for week 1, I was good. I stayed at about 15,860 calories. So I had about 1,200 calories to spare for that week. Then week 2, I didn't eat as much. I probably didn't track some of the food the food I ate. That happens. You don't have a perfect tracking score. So 13,834 for week 2. Then week 3, I went above 17,000. I had 18,257 calories. But going over is not the worst thing in the world. I kept training. So week 4, I had 16,150. And then I moved on to week 5. I had 17,005 calories. So 5 calories over, not a huge deal. I was still in the range. Week 6 was 15,680 calories. It's good. We're in the range still. Week 7, I had a lot more than I should have. Almost 2,000 calories more, but it didn't affect me that much. And then week 8, I had 17,500 calories, which is again 500 calories over, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. And then as of week 9, which was last week, I had 15,000 calories. Now that's not counting Friday, so probably tack on about 2,500 calories, so about 17,500 calories for last week, and that was 9 weeks of my calories. Now, my results from the past 9 weeks. So I went from 33.8% body fat to 32%. I lost 1.8% body fat in a month, which is ideal for weight loss. You want to be about 1 to 2% a month for weight loss. My chest went from 45 inches to 43.6 inches. I lost 1.5 inches in my chest. Now that's not a bad thing though, because I lost fat in my chest. So I didn't necessarily lose muscle in my chest. I just lost fat in my chest, which is good. My biceps stayed the exact same, which again is most likely from water, and also I probably lost fat there and gained some more muscle there. My waist went from 36.2 inches to 34.9 inches. I lost 1.3 inches in my waist. Then my weight. Now weight is not a huge deal in weight loss. That's funny, right? Because it's weight loss. But I gained muscle and I lost weight. So as of February 14th, 2025, I was 230 pounds. And when I started this project, I was closer to 237 in January. and I think I lost about 7 pounds of water weight by this time. And then as of March 19th, 2024 or 2025, I was 224 pounds. So that's 6 pounds difference. And as of today, I am 221. So that could be a couple different things. I lost 5.5 pounds of fat, and I gained about 2 pounds of muscle. And that's pretty good in a month. So do I recommend Built with Science? Yes. Built with Science has shown amazing results and pushes me to make myself healthier. Not only has Built with Science grown my strength and physique, Built with Science has helped me to feel more energetic. Built with Science promotes a healthy, sustainable lifestyle that can lead to the end of the obesity crisis for all. So before I started this program on January 1st, I struggled with staying consistent to a diet. It's hard. Diets are hard. But I got a lot of support from Built with Science to keep doing the diet, keep going. It's okay if you go over your calories because I still lost 5.5 pounds of fat in a month. So you don't have to be perfect. It's just staying consistent and doing your routines as well. So that brings me to the end. And I want to say thank you to Megan Ballou. She's the owner of Fit to Go Fitness. She taught me a lot of stuff along this past couple years. She's helped me a lot. She also helped provide the body scan so I could see my results. Thank you to Sonny Barrett. He's an anesthesiologist at the hospital, but he did nutrition and he also likes to go to the gym as well. And then a thank you to Jeremy Either for helping me with this program. And that's all. Do you have any questions? Griffin?
You said that the obesity one, is that like all of the world or just America?
So I believe the stats I got was America. I'm not sure about the whole world. I would have to look at a different study.
You said type 2 diabetes was the second most deadly thing in America. What's the first?
No. So type 2 diabetes is the seventh, right? The worst cause of death is cancer, pancreatic cancer, I believe.
So did you specifically wait months for a result for this project, or?
So it takes time to get results. So I can't go from 33% body fat to 20% body fat in a week. It takes about a good amount of time, 6 months to 8 months to do that. And I did this short term. So I went from February 14th was when I got my first body scan. Then a couple of days ago, I got my second body scan, and that's just a month's worth of results. So
Understandable.
Ms. Wallner?
So 2 questions. Did they give you a list of food that you were supposed to eat and stuff you were supposed to stay away from?
So no, and that's like why. So a study was done. I don't remember when, but I remember this guy. He showed it to me, and it was a professor. He ate Twinkies, Oreos, and protein shakes for 2 months, and he wound up losing 27 pounds of fat because he stayed within a calorie deficit. So it's not the smartest way about it going about it, and I don't recommend doing that. But as long as you're getting your protein in from lean sources, yes, that was all he ate for 60 days. I'm not recommending doing that. I really don't think you should do that. That's not a healthy way. It's not sustainable. But all you have to be is in a calorie deficit. So there are foods I try to stay away from. Now, I do allow myself to have like certain snacks or treats every once in a while. So that way, I'm not like super strict. But to answer your question, no, I was not told to stay away from specific foods. Valerie?
So I have a few questions. So did you do research on like a lot of different diets?
No, I did not, but I have done other diets in the past. I've done keto, and it's not enjoyable, I can tell you that. But with this was the most results I've seen from doing a calorie deficit. But I will look into some other diets. I'm not necessarily going to do them, but I am interested to see if other diets work well.
So what would be like the best diet that you would do like the worst?
So the best diet I've gone through is a calorie deficit. I can eat whatever I want as long as I stay in my calories. The worst I've done is keto. It was not fun.
Not fun.
Ashley?
So you mentioned that whenever you were like lifting and stuff, that it was important to have like a certain amount of protein. If you were like to get that amount of protein, would that like cause issues?
Yes, so you would lose muscle. You would lose muscle if you do not get your protein. Protein helps to recover the body and build muscle. That's the main functions of protein: recovery and build. So if you were to not eat any protein and work out and stay in a calorie deficit, you would lose quite a bit of muscle. That's why. So fasting is where you don't eat anything, and that's where fasting is not necessarily the best, because you can lose muscle from fasting if you go for certain amounts of time. Now, short-term fasting, I would do that, but not long-term fasting where you don't eat for weeks at a time. So,
Is this like an app that helps you?
good question. So I found it through YouTube, and then I did some research on it, and he does have an app. He just came out with it. January 2nd was when they released the app. I do not have the app, but from the people I've seen use it, it's a pretty cool app. But it's a website app. You can find it online. Griffin?
I have 2 questions. What's the gym called you go to?
I go to Fit to Go Fitness, straight down the block.
And what's the app called?
So the app is called Built with Science, I believe, Plus. I haven't used it. I've seen people use it, and it looks pretty enjoyable. Trey?
What was the app that you used to check your calories?
My Fitness Pal. So I had the free plan, and then I decided to try the premium plan for 30 days because I also wanted to see some of the stats they had. But the free plan, it works very well. I would recommend that. Liam?
Can you grow muscle without eating anything?
No, not. I don't believe so, because protein helps to recover and build muscle, and if you're not getting protein in, then you can't. You can't.
Is milk healthy?
Milk. I don't eat or drink as much milk as I normally would because it's really high in calories. But if you're trying to gain weight, I would say milk could probably help. Ariana?
Does water?
I drink a lot of water. I try to drink half a gallon to a gallon a day. A good advice on water is take your body weight, divide it in half, and that's about where you should be for water. So for me, I'm around 100 ounces of water a day. I try to get that. It's hard though. So Valerie?
So you so like your weight in pounds?
Mm-hmm.
So like your 220 pounds would be like
Sorry.
10 what?
Ounces. So it would you switch from you take your body weight. So I'm 221 pounds, and that's about 100 ounces of water. So you just switch from pounds to ounces. Ashley?
Actually, my really.
Griffin?
I've heard energy drinks help you like gain muscle when you're working out.
I'm not sure about that. I know energy drinks do help with your energy levels, and they can help with workouts to help supplement your energy. But I don't know if that's necessarily true.
What's your favorite meal to have before you work out?
My favorite pre-workout meal. I don't necessarily have a pre-workout meal, but if I were to have a pre-workout meal, it would probably be a half cup of yogurt with some fruit.
All right. Thank you so much. Give them a round of applause.